Hey, what's up, you guys? Yes, welcome to the A Cup of Soda podcast. I'm your host, Emilio, and welcome to season 4. Um, I don't know if I think I did say it in my last episode. If not, I'll reiterate it. This season of the podcast, I'm going to try my best to be more in the political sphere. I still want to do drama, but I guess politics have became mad dramatic. And not everything is gonna be completely politics. So please don't think that I'm gonna just be talking about Republicans and liberals and Democrats and everything. Okay. We're gonna have fun. We'll talk about fun, dumb stuff, but it's time to get a little bit more serious. And our climate in the world is getting worse, honestly. Anyways, that's not what this episode is about. This episode is about my opinion on Andrew Tate. If you guys don't know, Andrew Tate is I don't know if he's retired as a boxer. He was on this reality show called Big Brother. And honestly, he became more popular, I believe, last year in 2022 or 2021, whichever. Mainly for his views and his lavish lifestyle as a rich man. Like, you could say what you want about Andrew Tate, but he is smart when it comes to getting attention. He loves attention. He is smart. So, and that's the only compliment I'm going to give him in this episode. That he's smart when he gets attention, because everyone's dumb enough to give this man attention. If we really wanted to not if we don't give him attention, he will probably not be as successful. He was successful prior to all this controversy because of his professional boxing background and stuff like that. And listen, I will not knock someone for how they make their money. Make your money the way you want, right? My problem is when you start hurting other people, and this is something I've talked about 1,000 times. When you start hurting other people, that's when I'm okay, no. So, without further ado, let's talk about that. Alright, so with women, people will try to argue that Andrew Tate isn't a misogynist, which is insane that you think he's not a misogynist. The way he kind of treats women like property. He's oh, let's collect a million, freaking, if women were Pokemons, this is what it would be oh yeah, we're gonna have 10, 15 women that are mine and no one else's. I fuck those bitches. There's so much wrong with that mindset. There's you don't even value a person's life because they're just a asset to you to make yourself look good. And this is a point where I'm when you're rich, you're not happy. That's I've noticed that. I mean, I've noticed that for years, but he's a prime example of money does not bring happiness when it comes to that. Yes, money can help a lot and make you happy in certain ways, but having too much money, miserable. That would never be me. I don't want it to be me. So yeah, I think Andrew Tate is a very sad man, and people might come for me because I call him a sad man. Is no, if you really look at it, he uses his wealth, his business and his success as something as his self-worth is tied to all the things he can buy, his Bugatti or some shit like that. He brings down a lot of women, and he doesn't think women have much say or value in terms of as a person, instead as more of an asset to a man. And I have a huge problem with that kind of mindset, but I'm fine with it if a woman is okay. Sorry for the focus. I'm fine with it if a woman is okay with I guess being subservient in a way to their man. I mean, for me, sorry, it's like on autofocus for all my watchers because I didn't want to mess with the focus. So if it goes out of focus, I'm like very sorry. Anyways, um, it's became like such a hard topic to kind of discuss because why are men nowadays so invested in Andrew Tate? I understand if people kind of like the business side of it, but even his businesses feel like pyramid schemes. Um, and don't worry, guys, I will get to the sex trafficking stuff, but I want to leave that for the end, just in case anyone's waiting. Um, anyways, so the men businesses, um, I understand a hustle. Trust me, I understand a hustle and trying to like work work up like your money and all this finance stuff. I understand that, and that's something that I do believe that is important, and I do believe men do need men's spaces. Um, but I don't think Andrew Tate's the guy um for it, you know? I don't think he's like the best example for let's build each other up because um I don't know if his advice is like the best when it comes to certain things. But a lot of these young kids are becoming like Andrew Taters or whatever the fuck like the internet calls them. I don't know. Um, I find it kind of like scary because those kids grow up with the mindset and they're already harassing women, and that's my issue. He is teaching these kids to start harassing women. We are never going to evolve as a society if we keep teaching our kids the things that have held everyone back for years. And this is also the big god damn it. This is also the big issue with toxic masculinity. And I will keep reiterating it. Toxic masculinity is masculinity that has seemed as normal, but it's actually very harmful. Masculinity in itself is not toxic. And I'll keep saying that because people do not understand the difference between masculinity and toxic masculinity. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, there's a lot of like, and I was watching like a documentary that was with Andrew Tate and how like all these men from like other areas kind of like came together, and it low-key felt like a cult. Like looking at it, it felt like there was a cult happening. And he's like, oh, initiation, like they had to like fight each other and shit like that. I'm like, why do we gotta fight? Why can't we like build each other up and like we can work on our strengths and work out and like get physically fit, maybe even train and, you know, learn how to do self-defense and like fight in that sense. But this isn't like training, you know, this isn't like stuff like that. This is legit just let's see who can beat each other up. Let's see who's the strongest, you know. It's like a competition, like, oh, who's the strongest man? And it's like, why are we still in that mentality of like alpha males and stuff like that? And honestly, in a weird way, it feels like Andrew Tate is the alpha male and everyone who follows him are betas, because betas usually follow the leader. And for this scenario, everybody follows Andrew Tate, so Andrew Tate's the leader, and so everyone else is a fucking beta. Like, listen, I don't care for any of those like stupid labels about like alpha and beta. Like, that's so fucking childish and so fucking stupid. But for this argument, everyone that follows Andrew Tate is a beta. Like, straight up beta. Like, point blank period. I don't care. And I've noticed like a lot of like what the Andrew Taters talk about and stuff like that. Like, this is what I don't get is like, how can you be so confident in your masculinity when you're like needing advice to be a man by a man who freaking barely has a chin, you know? Not to make fun of people's looks, but come on, the man barely has a fucking chin. Jesus Christ, like, there's so many men that I think would like be better for society, that like should be leaders and like teach especially kids, because fuck this, like fuck my age group, fuck people older. I don't know if they're a lost cause. I hope to differ, like they won't be, but we need to help the next generation when it comes to just trying to be decent people and just trying to figure shit out. I also saw like this dad on TikTok talking about like how he's a father, and how he just tries to be there for his kid, and his kid's a boy. He was talking about like how like masculinity is like put on us and things like that, and it really did touch me, because like being a man to me is like protecting. Yeah, of course you protect the people you care about. You're always there for everybody, and you're strong. Don't get me wrong, you can be strong, right? But you're still a person. You still want to be vulnerable. You still want to like know that you're still a person at the end of the day. Like, yeah, man, women, at the end of the day, we are still people, and we still have emotions. We still have psychological things. So at the end of the day, yeah, we're men. We provide, we protect, we care. And I think we need to uplift each other as men. We need to fucking uplift each other. And I feel like Andrew Tate uplifts more of an ego than a person's self. Like, and that's just my opinion on it. I could be wrong. But watching Andrew Tate, trying to listen to that man, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, I don't even know if he's a troll. But I'm about to get into it. Like, after all the allegations, I don't know if these are true. Originally, before the allegations, I thought he was a troll. I thought he didn't actually believe the bullshit he was saying about like needing a machete, freaking hitting his girlfriends or whatever the fuck, and keeping his bitches in line, saying like, oh, women are property and stuff like that. I really thought, I'm like, no person actually believes this. No person is that fucking crazy to actually believe this. And there's parts of me that still feels like he amps it up just to get attention, and that's what I mean by like he walls in attention, which also feels very like beta, because like, why do you need attention, you know? I know I've been accused of wanting attention, but I'm like, I don't really need to say controversial stuff to like get attention. So people like Andrew Tate that need to say the most crazy things, trying to get canceled or whatever else, so they can get people to hate on them, and they want to get hated on and stuff like that because they want to get views. It's like, yikes. You rather just like bring down other people just so you can feel good. Okay, like, if that's how you sleep at night, go right ahead. I mean, if that helps your conscience, okay. If, I don't know, like, that would not help my conscience, honestly. Like, I feel better when everyone also feels good and we're like all just vibing and just having a grand old time. Anyways, let's get into the trigger warning: sex traffic. So these are, I guess, allegations, but with everything going on, it's feeling more and more true. But for now, the allegations that Andrew Tate has been accused of sex trafficking in Romania. He's arrested currently in this point in time. He's still arrested, and it was like an article that he emailed, like, I forgot who the fuck he emailed. He emailed someone to like let everyone know that's following his fucking bullshit cult thingy, that his jail cell's like infested with like lice and creepy crawl, whatever the fuck, the insects. He's weird because he was like, the Matrix is like testing me. I'm like, the Matrix? Really? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, people watch too many movies. Like, I'm a filmmaker, and this is like a little too much. Like, this is like, you're taking movies to a whole new level. Weirdo for like the Matrix is after me. It's like, you're famous, you're in the spotlight, you're not in the Matrix. You are part of the Matrix. When you have this much attention on you, you are part of a system. The Matrix is supposed to be subtle and hidden. If you are in the point of view, billions of people are watching you, and you're like, oh, the Matrix. I'm sorry to break it to you, but you can't call out the Matrix. The Matrix doesn't work like that. But whatever. We're gonna talk about this Matrix. Talk about sex trafficking. So he's allegedly have these like women that he brings to Romania, to do kind of like sex work, and he takes all the money from those women, kind of like a pimp. But I think even a pimp at least gives their sex workers money. I'm not sure about that whole thing. I don't know. I could be wrong. But the point is that he is taking advantage of these women, forcing them to do that, and kind of like manipulating them. And I'm sure they're also very scared of this man. He's very aggressive and he's a lot, you know. So I do believe that that they're scared and that they can't. And who knows what kind of contracts and stuff. And maybe they're scared of like going to jail or whatever he could do to them. And that's why there's like a whole giant investigation with him. There's also women who came out and alleged that he has sexually assaulted them. And he's even admitted to sexually assaulting them in voicemails and text messages. Like, you know, how much more proof do you need to know that this man is awful? And the fact that he has followers that support him, and they're like, oh, they're all bullshitters, they just want his money. It's like, they're not making any money off this. It's not like they're suing. Like, how are they gonna make any money? Like, I understand the argument if they were like suing or whatever, but they're not. So how are they going to make money off this? How? And also, they have to keep their identities a secret simply because they don't want to be harassed by his fans. That's what should show you how like culty this man is. That there's such a following that believe his every single word and will attack a woman after she's been assaulted years ago. What the fuck? I don't understand the logic with these people, and this like makes me lose hope for humanity as a whole. People are fucking disgusting. This man is... I don't like this man at all. I've been wanting to talk about Andrew Tate for a while, but I just haven't got myself to like talk about it. But I'm just gonna say this: if you follow Andrew Tate, please do some inner work as a person, as a man, because it's usually men that fall. Like he said women have, but I highly doubt it. But whatever. As a man, look within yourself. Do the things that make you happy. Being a man doesn't mean you have to like follow a list of things and check them each off to be a man. Live your life. If you want to protect your family, if you want to protect your friends, do that. If you want to build your self-esteem, if you want to work out, do that. If you want to like improve your education, your knowledge, and be more outdoors, hands-on, do that. You do not need to go to like a fucking spend $40 on a fucking training thing, whatever the fuck that is, trying to like build your wealth. And that's another thing. If you want to start a business, learn a trade. Learn things off YouTube. Learn like different trades. Learn how to build something. You know, save up your shit. Finance. There's a lot of finance experts. Go to school for freaking accounting or something. I don't know. Just you can build wealth in so many different ways that you do not need this man at all. You do not. So please just do the inner work as a person, as a man, as a whatever. And just be kind. It does not take a lot to be kind. And I know we could use kindness as weakness, but you can be kind and still set boundaries. And I think that's the issue, is like we do not set boundaries when we're kind. But that's how we draw a line. It's like you need to just set boundaries. You don't have to be a complete douchebag to get respect. And I feel like that's not going to help society or help yourself at the end of the day, because a lot of people will not trust you or will feel like they can't say certain things to you because you're just going to be a complete douchebag. And so, but that's just me. That's just my opinion. I would like to hear you guys. I'm going to be trying to set up polls and stuff like that. Just see what else you guys want to, like, hear me talk about or, like, have my opinions on. Because a lot of this is more of my opinions. Like, this is not like I'm going to list a bunch of facts and stuff like that. This is just my opinion on certain topics. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Not sure what I'm going to do for the next one. I also want to do a mukbang soon. I don't know when that's going to happen. I'm hopefully going to have a friend to join me. I don't know yet, so do not quote me on it, because I do not know. I hope so. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and Gesundheit.